Luis, congratulations. It's been a long time, but you won your first game of the tournament, and what a crazy game. It was almost 7 hours of play against Velimir Ivic, but you got the win in the end. Tell us a little bit about the game.
No, I'm so tired of this game. Is so long, so difficult all the time. But we play a Nightgirth. I try a more or less new idea. This knight d7 move. To be honest, there are 1 or 2 games, but it's kind of new. My opponents start to think and react very well. And I got a very unpleasant position out of the opening. And then I think I was basically suffering all the time. I don't know exactly when he started to give me some counterplay, but basically I was suffering, and at some point he gave me some kind of chance, but I already forgot all the moves, so I don't know in which moment is this.
I felt like, I felt like things started to turn in your favor when you played this knight h5. Check.
Right. But this is still I played knight h5, and in this moment I think I was winning. But then he played king f2, and after knight f4 he don't had knight takes e4.
I think there is still a way. I can't remember.
Knight
takes e4.
This is a draw, right?
Yeah, it's a draw. Yeah.
Yes.
But after that, suddenly.
Because after that, I don't know if it's lost. Well, it's lost. That's a question.
If he doesn't take on e4, yeah.
No, right. After bishop f1, he is lost because in the game I am not sure if I am winning after queen e7.
After queen e7.
But looks promising.
It should still be holdable, but I think practically getting difficult.
No, yes, and he's getting low on time.
Actually, I think there in that moment after queen e7 there was another chance to take on e4.
There? And
And then king.
And king f3.
Yeah.
So nice. I don't see this.
I think that was maybe.
But this is a draw. I take on h4 and.
According to the end.
Right. No, this one I did not see. Well, but if he has to find this move, then the position is already a little difficult. But I am very happy to win finally a game.
Yeah, so let's talk a bit about, because it's been so long since our last interview. Still 3 rounds to go, of course, but tell us a bit about how you've enjoyed your time here and how is your first experience of playing here in Weichensee?
No, the tournament. The tournament it was very difficult to me until now. I mean, I think I am playing more or less decently, but I miss many chances in my games, and I also I lose 2 games in a row some rounds ago. So I am basically fighting, but fortunately things start to go my way finally.
And now 3 games to go. What's the goal for the finish of the tournament?
No, there's no goal. It's just play and see what happens.
Great. Luis, so nice to have you here again. Congratulations on your win. Enjoy the rest day and good luck.
Thank you.